Hi guys, what is up? So, who's panicking about Corona? My dog is panicking about Corona. But yeah, so since we're all gonna be like locked in the house for who knows how long, why not? Why not? Why not just breathe, calm down, put some makeup on, try to feel a little like what is going on? So, I don't know. There's part of me that wants to be like super, super afraid of it. And then there's part of me that's like, what? What? What is really the deal? I don't know. I'm not really afraid though. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, wishful thinking, but I just don't seem to be super, super afraid of it. I don't know. Who's afraid? Tell me who's afraid, because I'm just not afraid. I just wish that, I don't know, everybody would just calm down a little bit, because it just seems like the whole world's just gotten crazy. And I mean, I understand, I don't know, that's where half of me just feels so bad, because I'm like, people are gonna bury their family, their loved ones. That makes me ridiculously sad. But then it's like the same amount of people so far have died from the flu, but then when you see the news about Italy, it makes you super afraid. But I don't know. I don't know. I will say this. I'm not one of those that ran out and bought 52 rolls of toilet paper. I didn't. I was down to my last roll, so I bought a 12 pack like I normally would when I'm getting low on toilet paper. I actually bought laundry soap like normal. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not hyping up about it all crazy, but. So, what's everybody gonna do during quarantine though? Are people staying home? Are you going out? Because my business, it's a restaurant. I am a server in a restaurant. But they're like, business as usual. It's kind of like we're treating it as a snow day, but it's going to be like an extended snow day. So I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. They haven't told us what it's really supposed to mean. So I'm kind of like, okay, okay. What does that mean? We don't know. But we're not going in. I do know. Although we are going in, but nobody else is going in. We're not having customers showing up like, we were last week, that's for sure. We canceled the buffet that we normally do on the weekends, and we're not. Yeah, this morning there was servers at the restaurant that had like 8 people for the entire morning shift, and that's really, really uncommon, especially for a Sunday morning. So, I mean, we're in Maine where we're just now starting to get confirmed cases, so I don't know what it's like in big cities. I live in a super small town, but people are very afraid. Very, very, very afraid. And I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I just wonder what's everybody else doing? What's everybody else's thoughts on it? Because, like I said, there's a part of me that's like, calm down. Everybody just needs to calm down. And then there's a part of me that's like, be super afraid. So, I don't know. So I'm just gonna try to put makeup on so I can watch some YouTube. That's all we're doing. That is all we're doing. Sitting in the house. putting makeup on and watching YouTube. Crazy. Who would have ever thought? I think it's sad for people. And now they've canceled school. They've totally canceled school in our town for 2 weeks. My son graduates this year. He has spent his whole life waiting for graduation, and now they're talking about, will it be a virtual graduation by June? We're hoping not, because we would love for these kids to be able to have their normal, graduation ceremonies and be able to celebrate like they should be able to do. But that means more than 250 people in one place at one time, and that's apparently terrifying to everybody. So, that's where we're at with that. I'm hoping this is all so cleared up by the time June rolls around, because if not, that's just going to be super sad for all these kids who have spent all these years trying to get to graduation. And for some kids it hasn't been easy, and now to finally get here and have it be possible that we're not even going to have the ceremonies, that's kind of sad for them. I'm pretty sad for them, I don't know. But at the same time, everybody getting together is kind of scary, because you don't know what everybody's habits are. Not everybody is as hygienic as everyone else, and we all have different circumstances. We all live in different circumstances. So what one person maybe has access to as the norm may not be somebody else's norm. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to be like, I think the last thing we need to do is be judging anything or the way anybody lives, or let's all wash our hands. Like, okay, hopefully we all have access to water and we can all be hygienic that way. But let's just try to be decent, understanding human beings, and realize that we're all afraid. We're all scared. I don't think anything has ever happened like this before, so it's kind of unprecedented, and nobody really knows exactly how to react. And I'm on that ship too. I don't know what the right thing is. I don't think anybody really knows what the right thing is. So, but I almost think the best thing that we can all do is just kind of try to stay as calm as we can, and let's be as helpful to one another as we can. Us not being there for each other certainly isn't going to help anything in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. I'm afraid for, like, the elderly people who can't fend for themselves, who can't get out, who can't get things that they need, and now there's nothing left if they do get out. I don't know. I think it's a strange time that we're living in, because this is the time where humanity has presented itself to be the most understanding, the most accepting, and then at the same time, we're like fighting each other for toilet paper, and I don't know. I just don't understand that. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to accept that that's happening. And seeing people and posts about people with, babies who need formula, and now they're not having that. That's sad. That shows the worst of humanity, but at the same time, there are times right now where we are absolutely showing the best of humanity, the best of who we are, the best of what we are. So, how can we as human beings live in such a drastic, vast contrast in itself? I don't know. It's kind of confusing, you know? Everything is confusing. What are we all thinking about green? I usually am not much for green. I'm trying to dig into this weekly Royals challenge, but I have to admit, it's not an easy one for me. I'm not finding it super. I just find green hard, so bear with me, folks. This is like so out of my comfort zone. And I don't think it's gonna be one of my favorite ones, to be honest. We're just gonna keep rolling with it because we've come this far. Why not? Right? Right. All right. We're just gonna run with it. See what happens. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Who else mixes together like lots of different foundations and mix-ins and this and that? Is that just me? Because I seem to do that a lot. And then some days my foundation is like, woo, so good. And then other days I've kind of like, I don't know, don't remember what I mixed in with it. And I'm not super consistent, if I'm being really honest, about like, yeah, I'm adding this and I'm adding that and I do it every single day. No, I'm not that one. I'm like, what am I feeling today? Who knows? Let's just wing it. That's makeup every day for me. We are just going to wing it. And unfortunately for me, I have a lot of foundations and I mix them together a lot. If I'm being honest, I never use just one foundation at a time. And I mix in glowy stuff, you know, like glow drops on the glow, blah blah, because I'm old and my skin's a little dull, even though I try to take good care of it. It just doesn't seem to have a super great, I don't know, I just think it doesn't have a super great inner glow. So I add glow because it seems like every foundation looks really matte on my skin and clings, and I'm super into like if my skin looks sweaty, okay, I'm okay with it. I don't have oily skin, so I don't know what it's like for someone who does have oily skin and they're like, God, I hate that look. I'm not that one. I have such dry skin that it kind of looks ashy at times, sort of. Even with me trying to glow it up all the time. So, and I have what I think is a decent skincare routine. So, I don't know. It's kind of like, who has help for that? I don't know. But I'll take some pointers because I could use them, you know. I don't know. We'll see. So, here we go with some, yes, there we go. Is anyone excited for new launches? Because I have to admit, I was a little underwhelmed with the Jeffree Star Bloodlust collection. Okay, I love purple. Anyone who knows me knows that purple is like my jam. I don't do green, but I love doing a purple eyeshadow. I love that look. I am not afraid to go in heavy with a dark, deep purple. So, and I'll be honest, I don't have an Ulta near me. I live in a super, super small town. I don't have Sephora. I don't have any of those places where you can actually go and look. A Morphe store. No, we don't have a thing. So I can't go and like look at it, play with it, whatever. So I haven't seen it in person with my own two eyes. But what I saw of it didn't make, and I was waiting. I like had a timer set for launch. I love Jeffrey. I love his stuff. I use my conspiracy palette almost every day, at least one shade out of it, honest. Like, I use that thing consistently all the time. But I was super underwhelmed when it came to the Bloodlust collection. That's just me, but I am really super excited about what's coming because I think it's going to be amazing. I don't know. It could just be me. I don't know what it's going to be. Some people are a little afraid it's going to be disrespectful after his post at the cemetery the other day. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, some Hollywood graves are like people take pictures on all the time. I'm not saying stand on them. That would never be acceptable. You don't go and stand on a loved one's grave or anyone's grave, like loved one or not. You just don't do that kind of thing. But I haven't seen anything that says that he did that, so I don't know. I would never defend bad actions, even from someone I love, even my own children. They know that, but I'm hoping that it was just kind of the backdrop for a photo shoot. That's what I'm thinking, and I wouldn't be opposed to that. Maybe some people do find that disrespectful, but I would not be opposed to him using gravestones in a cemetery as a backdrop as for a photo shoot as disrespectful. I don't know. What do you guys think, if that's what it's going to be? Do you feel like that's disrespectful? Do you think it is? Because I'm wondering now if I'm just, I don't know, out of touch. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? What are you all thinking? Because I'm thinking maybe it's going to be dark. Maybe it's going to, I don't know what the names could even be. I've been trying to like rack my brain to think about what he might actually call it. And I can't think. I mean, can you? What are you guys' thoughts? What do you think it's going to be? I think it's going to have sugar or blood in the name, not sugar, sorry, blood in the name somehow, because they've all been, although it may not, like the conspiracy palette, thirsty, androgyny, obviously those weren't part of the blood series, and he said that the bloodlust was the third one. He never said anything about this, so this could be a totally not blood related at all. It could just be a like goth theme, whatever, you know. We don't know, but that could be extremely possible that it's not a blood theme palette in any way, you know, or collection in any way. It could just be dark I don't know. I don't know. I can't even imagine what he's gonna name it, what it's gonna end up being. But who else is excited? Because I really am. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see it. I just got a prom night hoodie that I ordered recently, and I will admit it, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of his fabric, products. I've got my daughter ordered a couple of liquid lips when the Conspiracy palette came out, and I tried those, and it's a good formula. It's great. The colors that she ordered just were not for me. But I love the Conspiracy palette. I use it all the time. And I have the Mini Controversy palette, which I also use a lot. Not as much as the Conspiracy, because the Conspiracy I tend to use at least one shade, like, for every look. No joke. I am kind of obsessed with that thing. I use it often, very often. So, I don't know. I have to go out this afternoon, so I'm afraid. I'm afraid to go to the stores. I'm afraid what that's even going to mean, unfortunately. And I'm usually, like, not that one. I'm not afraid to go out. Like, I don't love going out because I'm just kind of introvert, and I just don't. It's not that I don't love going out. I just, I don't go to the grocery store or to Walmart just to get out of the house. Like, that's not my thing. I could stay in the winter for a few days and it kind of just wouldn't even faze me, to be honest, but that's just me. I don't know. So I do have to go out to the grocery store later just because I need coffee creamer. I mean, I could go to the little convenience store, and I just might do that because I'm kind of feeling like, do I really want to go to the grocery store? No, not really. Has everybody been watching TV? Like, is everybody into a series right now that they're watching during quarantine? Because I'm kind of on the fence as to what to do. I think it's going to be normal work as usual this week when it comes time to do my normal work week, but we shall see. I don't know. They have canceled school, so kids are definitely going to be home, and that's going to kind of affect a lot of families that aren't necessarily used to having kids home. Working families parents who still have to go to work, and now their kids aren't in school, and they normally don't have to worry about daycare because they normally work hours that their kids are in school. So now what for those families? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot. So much is going on. I don't have that situation because my kids are grown, but my son definitely has that situation. He has 2 school-age boys. My grandsons are in school, and my daughter-in-law and my son always work while the boys are in school, so they don't have daycare issues usually, right? They're home when the kids are home. They work while the kids are at school. But now that the kids are home, now what? I mean, I don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't usually need daycare, so they don't, have daycare set up. And we don't know what to do. I mean, what does everybody do? They're going to have to see if their job can help them out and, rearrange hours at their job so that one person's working one shift and someone's working another, so that somebody's always home with the kids. But is that really, possible? it's possible for maybe their jobs because they actually work at the same place, my son and his wife. So their job may be able to figure that out for them, but that's not going to be the norm across the board. You know, like most people are not going to have a job that both the husband and the wife work the same job so that they can rearrange their schedules. I mean, I don't know. They're pretty fortunate that way, and obviously their job is, we live in a super small town, so they know what's going on and what's happening with the school and, you know, like, what's everybody to do. We don't know, you know? I don't know. We don't know what the rate is. Nothing like this has ever happened before, so nobody really knows what to do. I don't know. You know? I don't know. What's everybody doing about it? I don't know what to do. It's obviously we're sitting here having full-on conversations about it, so it's fully affecting all of our lives in some way, some form or another. We're all seriously affected by this. So what does that mean? What do we do about it? We don't know. And it's so beautiful outside today. Like, it's just finally starting to warm up here in Maine. And the sun is just now starting to feel warm outside. So it's like, man, you just almost want to be out and like take your dogs for a walk or enjoy the outside. And now it's like, do you want to go out, you know? Because obviously the whole point of quarantine is to try to stop the spread of it, right? So the whole point is like we're not supposed to be going out. So, you know, they're not canceling schools and doing all this so that we can all still, kids are thinking, woo, vacation. No, we're not going to the theater, and you shouldn't be going to hang out at the mall or any of those things. Like, it's not vacation. It's to try to make sure everyone stays healthy. And I don't know. If you don't stay home and you don't do those things, then it's all kind of pointless, you know? Like, it doesn't do any good if we're not staying home. So the kids need to realize that, yeah, it's no school, but that means, like, no mall, no movie theater, you know? Like, it's not, let's all go hang out at the local McDonald's. That shouldn't be what's happening. You should be choosing a good movie or a good series of books and dig in for the next few weeks. Do all of your online courses that you can over the next few weeks, you know, I don't know. But it shouldn't be like, let's go hang out, you know, I hope that kids understand that. That doesn't mean like, let's go hang out at Dunkin' Donuts or wherever kids hang out in your town. going to be hard. It's going to be hard on everybody financially too, because I did hear that they were going to like give everybody 2 weeks pay if you're affected and you can't go to work. Well, what if you could go to work but nobody else is going to work because like you work in the restaurant business like me? Pretty sure my boss is like, yep, we expect you to show up, business as usual. But customers aren't there. There's no customers inside the building. So we're showing up. We're getting paid server pay, which is $6 an hour here in the state of Maine. And that's it. I hope that I don't know what's going to happen to people like that. I mean, I know that if we don't average out to minimum wage in a week, we're supposed to be given minimum wage by our employers. So, I mean, at least that'll help. But, man, this is just, it's a different thing. I've lived a lot of years and never in my lifetime have I seen anything like this. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I've never seen anything like this. So it's a whole different thing for all of us, you know? And I just don't even know how to feel about it. If I'm being really honest, I am stressed over it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I worry for my family. I don't want to bear the thought of losing someone I love. That's what has me afraid, is the thought of someone I love getting it and not recovering from it. Because we don't know exactly what's happening with it. We don't know. And we hear of all these stories in Italy and all these people dying in Italy, and that has me afraid. That has me afraid for the people that I love, you know? Has me afraid for everybody, because everybody loves somebody, you know? And apparently every single, it seems like every human being on the planet right now, in one form or another, is being affected by this, you know? And I don't know. We all have families. We all have people we care about. I think that's the scary part of it, you know? I don't know. It's just me. That's what's got me afraid. I fear to, if I'm being really honest, I fear losing the people that I love in my life. So, but I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to stay in, other than to go to work when I absolutely have to. And I'm going to watch a lot of good movies, I think. I'm going to try to stay positive. I'm going to do everything that I can inside my own circle to protect myself and be realistic about those expectations. I think that's most important. Like, be very realistic about what you really can and can't do. How much can you really control or not control? And keep those expectations realistic. Like, can you control how other people are in the store? No. But you can control how you react in the situation. Like, if you can't help, if you see somebody with, you know, the stores are starting to limit stuff, but 80 packs of, you know, whatever it happens to be, ramen, soups, coffee filters, we don't know. Just try not to judge right now. I think that's the best. I think everybody's dealing with it in their own way and everybody's afraid, and maybe if we just tried to be a little less judgmental right now. That would be a really great message to just kind of spread across humanity. So everybody, here's my green look. Stay safe. Try to not panic. Try to just stay calm. And hopefully we'll survive coronavirus 2020. Have a good day. Bye.